to talk to you about the $1 labyrinth. What's up guys, this is Tim from Imperator Morphs, and today I like to talk about the true value of certain boamorphs or about boamorphs in general. As an example, I do have a labby 100% head VPI female here. She's been born in 2019 at our place. Yeah, over the years, I mean, we are breeding and selling boas for like 13 years now. I've had quite some findings over all these years. I'd like to share with you today. There are, not to say all of you, but there are definitely a few people out there that belong to kind of a different mindset. If you are looking around for to purchase a labby, for example, you belong to the mindset it should be as cheap as possible, of course, because who likes to spend a lot of money? And once you bought a labyrinth, you belong to the other mindset. The animals should keep their value for the next 10 years and should definitely not drop in prices at all. Some people, they only compare prices. I feel like it's quite funny if I get messages like, oh well, these are your prices, okay, I can buy this animal like for 2k less at this guy, whatever, on Morph Market. I'm always asking myself, why are we even talking? Why do we keep talking if you can buy this animal cheaper somewhere else? And so it got me thinking, and I figured there must be more about an animal than just the price. So what we are doing if we are saying, oh, these animals they are way more cheaper on on Morph Market or wherever, on Facebook, etc. We are reducing the animals down to only the price. And but of course, as you know, there are way more different conditions that are creating the true value of an animal. So whether, I mean, let's start with the obvious, the sex, the age. There's a huge difference. Are we talking about a baby that just been born and that doesn't feed well yet? Or are we talking about 2.5-year-old female that is close to breeding size, etc., etc.? Are there any health checks that the breeder is doing on his animals? Can you receive a guarantee for the genes that are like this one here, 100% head VPI? Do you get a guarantee for the genetic, or do you get any paperwork at all? Etc., etc. Do you trust the guy or the woman you are buying your animal from? I mean, that's it doesn't have to be a famous breeder or whatever. It's just important that you know this person and that you can trust this person. So these are all very important tiny aspects when it comes to purchasing a boa. And also, I mean, especially if we are talking about sub-adult animals or adult animals, there's another very important part, that is the time that you are saving if you buy an older animal. Some people, they are always looking for a shortcut, but in fact, if you are looking for a shortcut and you want to save some time means, in the end, it means money, and therefore there has to be a price if you are not forced to wait another 2 or 3 years, or if you can start breeding with these animals straight away. So this beauty here, for example, this is, as I said, it's a labyrinth, 100% head VPI, born 2019 at our place. We took care of her all the time. She's absolutely flawless. She got an amazing pattern, and also this needs to be consider it if you are looking for a new animal. Do they have a strong pattern? Do they have a great color, etc., etc. For her right now, for example, I also feel like responsible to keep the prices at a certain level, because all those of you who bought animals from this litter, for example, that are already paid a certain price, I feel that it is my responsibility to not cut the prices down to 50%, because that's simply not fair at all. In my belief, it's also not fair to ask a price for an animal like this beauty here. That's like the same of a young born baby that's just been a few weeks old. For a gem like her, I'm also paying attention, or I'm also considering that selling her would mean that someone else out there is able to produce a litter with her. This gets even stronger if we are talking about an adult proven breeder, Labby het VPI, for example. I'm gonna show you one of those later in this video. I'm really fascinated by the fact that people, they always want to buy the adult stuff, because they are quite impatient and they want to breed straight away. What is totally okay in my opinion, because I quite often I also feel the same. But on the other hand, you should also be willing to see it as what it is. If you are looking around for an adult animal, I'm 100% sure you want to breed with those animals. So why do you want to breed? Because you are hoping to be able to sell the babies for a certain price. Best case, make some profit, or maybe at least you can cover your expenses, because as you know, we are talking about a quite expensive hobby. There are certain costs you would be really happy about if those get covered. So I totally understand why you want to do this, but also what I want to create with this video is just the awareness that always think about, okay, is it really helpful if you can get a steal deal, if you can get like 50% off at a certain breeder? There's this saying that if you're buying cheap, you're buying twice. And of course, this is not the case for all of the animals and for all of the deals. That's not what I'm saying. But you should pay close attention, and also always consider: do you want to support those breeders or people that are like mass producing animals that are offering a super low price? Why do they do this? Do they have a lack of space? Don't they have the energy or the willing to take care of the animals for a longer period of time? That's what we are experiencing quite often, that people are producing a litter. That's amazing, but if they are not selling within the first 3 months, they are pushing the prices down because, oh my god, that's too expensive. I need to push my prices down because I'm not willing to take care of the animals for another 12 months or God forbid, maybe 2 years. That is quite a shame, and I in my belief, we should not support this behavior, because it means if you are buying an animal, and even if you make a steal, you can be sure the next year the animal is going to be even cheaper, because some people, they are getting frustrated if they are not able to sell the snakes within weeks. So what this means is that you are kind of supporting those people that are pushing down the prices way faster than it should develop. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty common, and it's the way it is, that morphs, they always will drop in price after a course of time, and depending on if they are a single recessive gene, or like maybe double or triple recessive, or like a Labby, incomplete dominant, or a dominant trait, So, for example, if we are talking about a plain labby, it's pretty simple to produce lots and lots of those animals. And so, however, I feel the responsibility for the labby het VPI males. We got available right now a proven breeder labby het VPI males, but I rather keep those instead of selling them for a low price, because I'm convinced that with those males lots and lots of litter can be produced. What's also super helpful is to always think about what you're gonna be able to breed with these animals that you are looking for. I mean, we are talking about investments here. If you want to breed boamorphs, it is simply an investment, and also especially sub-added animals. We are truly talking about investments right here. So it is totally okay to think about a return on investment. So if you're able to buy a labby het VPI, a proven breeder male for 7K, for example, that might seem a really high price, but in the end, you only need 1 litter of this guy to get your return on investment. And to be honest, that is like nothing, and it's an absolute shortcut if you compare it that a male labby het VPI from 2022, you easily still pay like at least 2.5K, probably way more. So that's it for today. An absolute different topic that we haven't been covering before. There's more to consider it than just comparing price tags. And I just wanted to raise the awareness that it makes sense to have a deeper look, think about the return on invest if you want to buy certain animals to breed. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm very curious what you are thinking about this whole topic that we've been talking about today. So please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more about the boas, and we see each other again next Thursday, 6 p.m. Bye bye.